So the proclamation by the Board of Selectmen last night wouldn't have happened if it weren't for the efforts of a lot of people reporting, standing up, etc. But certainly one person with whom it would not have been possible is one of your selectmen, John Diehl.
So my first comment would be, and I'm not really good at speaking from the hip, but I'm going to start off speaking from the hip. So, you know, a couple things that we hear about is membership, right? Membership in Justice Southbury. And it becomes a, like, or are we going to be listening to this person because he's a member of Justice Southbury? It becomes a negative task. But I don't even know that I consider myself a member, but a listening person, somebody who's listening and learning. So as I hear some of these comments that are being made from this mic, it's what encourages me and makes me feel good about coming here. We heard from Tara, who said, you know, in that reading was that, you know, why does it take us so long to figure it out? Why does it take us? And we sat on Wednesday and talked at the Community Relations Task Force meeting. And what was our number one thing? We're going to learn, we're going to listen, we're going to try to figure it out and make some recommendations. So we are doing that. Off to the clergy. There is an empty space, an empty seat at the Community Relations Task Force. We may have not have promoted it enough. We may have not talked about it enough. We're getting our legs under us. But there is a seat for the clergy to be with us. And so I would like to send that invitation out to whoever we can get to encourage to help us. And then I'll go to my notes here. So first, just a quick correction, and I don't even want to call it a correction, or I'm new to this, but we didn't vote. We wanted to expedite. So there was a note that was sent around, and we all read it individually, and we signed off on it individually. So what was committed to is the statement that Rick is talking about. But I don't. So two things. I want to make sure that I'm not here as a Board of Selectmen I'm not representing the Board of Selectmen. I'm not speaking for the Board of Selectmen. I'm speaking as a Board of Selectmen, as John Diehl. So I signed off on that statement, and the last sentence of the statement says, "We will work together to ensure that all people feel safe and welcome in Southbury." And what my challenge is, I'm going to put this challenge out, because this is just a statement that was prepared. My input on this was it had said with our community and strongly against. And I said, can we put in diverse community? So we did participate, we signed off on it, but I encourage, and what I'm going to suggest is we share this statement amongst the community and have the community sign off on it, have the individuals sign off on this, and to take it on. So it's not about me, it's not about the Community Relations Task Force, it's not about the Board of Selectmen. Doing this will work together and ensure that all people feel safe and welcome in Southbury. But it's the community that, and the work of Justice Southbury, that will work together to ensure that all people feel safe and welcome in Southbury. We ask, what can we do? I love the comments, when hate is loud, love must not be silent. I mean, I've been accused this week of, you know, using the words peace and love, and they say, oh yeah, that goes along with dreams and prayers and, you know, all that. But that's the beginning. But the next step is, what do we do? You know, unfortunately, part of the conversation at Community Relations Task Force was what constitutes freedom of speech. You know, the resident trooper said that there was no crime committed, but this is nothing that we should celebrate or embrace. But it's a stain on our community that we have to react to and take action on. The Community Relations Task Force has committed to do research, investigate, and give feedback to the Board of Selectmen. I'm participating in equity training. It's an eye-opener. It's a lot to learn. There's a lot of detail, and I'm absorbing this, I'm learning. As Tara's comment said, it take a lot of time, but we're going to get there. The Community Relations Task Force has made a commitment to celebrating what is good in Southbury, all good things that we have. Yes, we can write a statement. Yes, we can ask police to investigate. But what can I do as a member of the Board of Selectmen a member of the Community Relations Task Force, and a member of the public. People are asking, what is the Community Relations Task Force doing? One of the good things about the statement that the Board of Selectmen made is that it wasn't like everybody didn't just cheer on and say, great. There were some people that feel that it may not have gone far enough, that it needed to do more, needed to say more. And there was other people that thought that it went too far and shouldn't have been even put out there. So it's great that it's not all in agreement. It's great that, there's some more additional conversation there. But we've made, the Community Relations Task Force has made a commitment to the Southbury Board of Selectmen to work harder and do better. It's just getting its legs under it, and we could use help and support. What I ask is not that you ask, what are we doing, but that you provide suggestions, recommendations, what can be done, and what can we all work on. One example might be, an outreach program or a public media to exemplify what Southbury is really about. The Community Relations Task Force and myself, I think, are listening, as the joint statement indicated. We will work together to ensure that all people feel safe and welcome in Southbury. And I encourage you guys to help us out.
Thank you, John.